You know, folks, every time that we have one of these oversight hearings, I catch myself saying that's the worst one that I've seen yet. We see RFK Jr. and I go, man, that's the worst one I've seen. And then no sooner than I get done saying that, we see Kash Patel. And I say, damn, that's the worst one yet. I don't know if Pam Bondi can be beat with what she did recently. This truly is one of the most disgusting hearings that I've ever seen. It's someone that has absolutely no respect for the rule of law, no respect for any authority whatsoever. Someone who is sitting there doing the best Dollar General Donald Trump impression that they can, someone dodging every question because they can, and sitting there with the most smug, arrogant look on her face and just throwing out insults, and you would not be able to make it in any other world doing this. But I'm just going to play, I think I picked out 3 clips here. I can't make you sit through much of it because it's that bad, it's that horrible. But I just want to show you the smug product of Donald Trump. His whole administration tries to do impressions of him, and they feel empowered by him. They feel empowered to sit there and dodge questions like this and just be a smug prick. Take a look at this.
You don't know anything about that. Okay. Let me ask you something else. There's been public reporting that Jeffrey Epstein showed people photos of President Trump with half-naked young women. Do you know if the FBI found those photographs in their search of Jeffrey Epstein's safe or premises or otherwise? Have you seen any such thing?
You know, Senator Whitehouse, you sit here and make salacious remarks, once again trying to slander President Trump left and right, when you're the one who was taking money from one of Epstein's closest confidants, I believe, I could be wrong, correct me, Reid Hoffman, who was with Jeffrey Epstein on multiple occasions. And the senator sitting right next to you tried to block the flight logs from being released. Yet you're grilling me on President Trump and some photograph with Epstein? Come on.
The question is, did the FBI find those photographs that have been discussed publicly by a witness who claimed Jeffrey Epstein showed them to him? You don't know anything about that. Okay?
All right, I'm going to go ahead and tell you before we roll any more clips that she never answers a question. She doesn't come out and answer anything. She just throws insults. But if I was sitting there and I knew 100%, with 100% certainty, I knew that no such photograph existed, I would be the first one to say, listen, not only is that a lie, but that's a bald-faced lie because I have never seen anything like that. But she didn't say that. She didn't say she hadn't seen it. She just completely dodged the question. If he truly was innocent, then that is slander, and you would really want to go to bat and say, here's how I can prove that he's innocent. She would bring the proof. She would bring the evidence. She could point it out. She could say, hey, there's no such thing. That's something y'all made up. But she didn't do that, and she never does. Going forward, just know she does not answer these questions, and I think we all know the real reason why, but let's just keep watching. I'll make you sit through a few more with me here. It's one of those things like, I consider y'all my friends, okay? And sometimes when when I see something, I'll say to my friends, I had to sit through this, so you got to too. That's kind of what this is. I appreciate y'all and love you so much, but let's check out another classic artful dodge here from Pam Bondi.
It was because she had the audacity to remind Border Patrol Chief Gregory Bovino that he was obligated to follow a court order and the Constitution in California. According to reports, she was fired less than 6 hours after she told Bovino he couldn't arrest people without probable cause. 6 hours. So my first question, Attorney General Bondi, is a simple yes-no question. Do you believe that government officials like Gregory Bovino are obligated to follow applicable court orders, whether they agree with them or not? Yes or no?
First, Senator Padilla, you have gone on for over 5 minutes, and I wish that you loved your state of California as much as you hate President Trump. We'd be in really good shape then, because violent crime in California is currently 35% higher than the national average. property crime in California is 18% higher than the national average. That should be something that we should be talking about and working together on, yet we're not. And no, this is important. You're talking about all of my agencies, and I want to let you know what DEA has been doing, and they are working hand in hand with
I appreciate that. And
no, you can't go on for 5 minutes and criticize my agents who are out working without pay right now because you voted to shut down the government. They're out there working without pay.
Mr. Chairman, I asked a simple yes or no question. Attorney General Bondi
DEA, 4,500 kilos of fentanyl and 50 million fentanyl pills off the streets.
Well, under your watch,
FBI, 23,000 violent criminals. U.S. Marshals, 51,000 fugitives.
I'm not getting an answer to my question. I'm trying to move on to the next question or the next topic. Mr. Chairman, order, please. Thank you.
She's sitting there lying through her teeth and getting away with it. And there's no other world in which someone would get away with this unless you're a member of Donald Trump's administration. And then you don't have to have any regard for anything, and that's what she's doing. She knows that he will go to bat for her. He will go on Truth Social and lash out at people and call for her to investigate more people. And she's sitting there giving her full flex. But she couldn't answer a simple yes or no question. She sat there and lied. I wish they would have, fact-checked her in real time. I think we need more of that. But it doesn't matter. I mean, at the end of the day, would it matter if anyone did? And, this is Trump's shutdown. We'll always point that out. They got complete control. They could keep it open if they wanted to. They didn't. But it's just worse. We'll watch one more. I definitely want to show you this one because here they're talking about the border czar, Tom Homan. And again, I want you to notice how that she doesn't answer the question, and she also really doesn't lie about it either. I mean, she lies all around it. But when it comes to the she's actually playing it smarter than people may give her credit for with this one. Take a look.
But in case I just didn't hear you, what is the answer? Did he take the money?
Senator Schiff, that happened prior to my confirmation as Attorney General. I said that.
Do you know sitting here whether
all
he took
I
the
know
money?
is that Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche and FBI Director Patel said there was no case. And Caroline Leavitt is one of the most trustworthy human beings I know.
So
and,
was she,
was
she
if
right?
you worked for me, you would have been fired because you were censured by Congress for lying with your
we
egregious...
You can stipulate to all your personal attacks on the Democratic members of the committee.
Personal attacks? You've been attacking my FBI director. You've been attacking my office. You've been attacking...
But what we're interested in...
Borders are.
What we're interested in is the answer to these oversight questions.
You were asked by my colleague. Attacking good people.
Regular order, Madam Chair, so I can ask a question.
What's funny is they never actually say that he didn't take the money. They just say that they found no wrongdoing. So are they saying that it's okay to take bribes? And they never answer the question, where did the money go? Did he keep it? What happened with it? They don't answer it. And when I said she wasn't lying, of course she's lying all around the subject, but the reason why she's dodging these questions and not answering one way or the other is because she doesn't want to go to jail for lying for Donald Trump later when we have a Democratic president and the Democrats are in control again. She's looking ahead and going, hey, people have went to prison before because they lied for Donald Trump. I better rein it in and make sure that I don't lie for him. So I'll just sit here and do my best impression of him and throw whatever I can at the wall and just hope that it sticks. And it's absolutely disgusting. And when I say that you wouldn't be able to get away with this in any other world, there is no job out there where you would be called in for a meeting and questioned about your job where you could answer to your boss that way and get away with it. You would be walked to the time clock, you would be clocked out, you would be took out of the building, off the premises. That would have been it. And they would have made a note in their notes to make sure that you were never hired again. I understand there's people out there that wants to sit back and cheer this madness on. There's people that wants to sit out there and go, oh man, look at Bondi, man. She went after him. She gave him hell. Well, you can cheer that on all day, but just know you can't get away with that. You might be able to live vicariously through her, but you couldn't get away with it where you worked at. None of us could. None of us could get away with doing that. If we were brought in by our employers, sat down in a chair and questioned, we would not be able to get away with coming back at them like that. But she does. And my question becomes, after watching all these hearings, and every one of them is just worse than the last, what's the point? I mean, I really hate to say that, but what's the point? I mean, yeah, we can get them on record not answering questions. We can get them on record, and people like us can react to clips, and we can keep those clips forever, and we got them on record. We can always go back and show what they refused to talk about and what they didn't talk about, and if we can catch them in a lie, we can. But they're so bolden. They're just so bold in what they do. We go out here, we'll own it. We'll lean into it as hard as we can, and Donald Trump will get us out of it. It's so disgusting. It truly is. Those are some of the hardest clips that I've ever watched, and I really thought RFK Jr. held the record for being the worst. He's just clueless, which that's terrifying considering he's in charge of health, but he's just completely clueless. Kash Patel is a podcaster who one day decided to, he wanted to drain the swamp, and then he became the swamp. But this was just vile. This was just vile hatred. And this was somebody that loves working for Donald Trump because they know they'll never be held to any account. And I don't know what good it would do for a Democrat after it's all over to bring him up on trial and try him for these things. It would just be the same thing all over again, the way we had the January 6th committee and them sitting there screaming, that's a fake committee, it's not real, it don't count. It's so crazy that we live in a world where they make the rules and then they're allowed to break them. But they're the only ones that are allowed. I say to anybody out there that's cheering this crap on, if you're really cheering this crap on and you think Pam Bondi is right in what she's doing, just go to work and try it on for size. When you get called into a meeting and you get asked a question about why work didn't get done, react to it that way and then get back to me when you're jobless, because I don't think you would ever make it. And I think deep down you know that too. But folks, I do want to appreciate you. I do appreciate you so much for supporting what it is I do here on the channel. We're cruising toward 1 million subscribers now. It's crazy to me because we hit 500,000 right before Trump took office. We did that before January 20th. So since January 20th, we've took on another 350,000, and that's pretty amazing. And I truly do appreciate y'all so much for being here and supporting what it is that I do. We'll continue to push forward and move forward no matter what. We're never going to back down. We're never going to stop. But yeah, that one was a hard one to watch because it shouldn't be real life. But unfortunately it is, and all we can do is keep pushing forward and try to make it out the other side. But when the time comes to hold these people accountable, can we please not call anyone like Merrick Garland? Can we please find someone who will go as hard in the paint as she did, but do it on the right side of history? Is that too much to ask?